Hey folks, welcome to Friday's Elevenses. So we're going to get back to the crux of the matter here with identity, which is what all my work's about. And for me, it's the whole meaning of life. If we discover who we are and what we want and what we think this planet is about, then we have some meaning to our life. And it doesn't have to be the meaning of life for everybody else, it's the meaning of our life. So if we look at identity, I've seen such a shift over the last few weeks in people's willingness and engagement and interest even in talking about identity. Before, when people were busy with work, it didn't really seem like such a big thing, but now people are at home, a few things have happened. Either the very busy people have begun to feel a bit lost as to who are they now without the status, without the travel, without the jam diary. Some people still have the jam diaries, of course. Then they're beginning to think, well, who am I in this scene? I'd actually prefer spending time with my kids at the weekend, and now I'm not having to travel so much. I've got my weekends back. I don't want to lose that again. And actually, I'm more of a family person than I thought I was. Other people having, of course, completely the reverse realisation that they love the travelling and they don't want to be at home. Then there's the people who've lost their jobs altogether or been furloughed, and again, they realise that they'd placed their identity in their job somehow, and without that job, life had kind of lost its cadence a bit, and they were feeling that they didn't really know what to do with themselves, and they didn't know what they wanted even. And it's fascinating when you put your identity into something external to you, what happens when that's shaken. And I think it's a really good time to wake up and take a look at who you are and what you want. It's a great opportunity. I've yet to meet anybody who's been made redundant and hasn't, in retrospect, said it was the best thing that happened to them. There's very few people I've worked with, in fact, I can't think of anybody I've worked with, who's been through a major change and hasn't at the other end of it said that they would absolutely go through it again just to get the benefit out of the other end of it. I've been through a lung collapse. I would willingly go through it again to get the spiritual connection out of it that I found through it. So there are big things that happen in life. They appear at the time to be completely awful and nothing you would choose again willingly. But on the other side of it, when you see the doors it's opened for you and what you learned from it, you may change your mind. So, as I was mentioning earlier on in the week, I'm starting a little course called Finding Your Yellow Brick Road. And this is all about looking at what is the change that's knocking on your door right now. If your soul is whispering to you in the night, what is it saying? And this will help you tune in and find out what's going on. It'll also give you a chance to play and see the kind of technique that I use and see if that works for you. So I invite you to reflect on your identity and think about, where is your self-worth? Where is your conception of who you are coming from? Is it something inside that's unshakable, that you're utterly confident in? Or is it coming from who you're married to, who you're living with, what children you have, where they go to school, what job you do, what the title is on your business card, your running speed? I don't know. There's loads of things that could define you externally to you. So do you define yourself externally or do you define yourself internally? And then what you're trying to do in the world, does that come from other people's perception of what they want you to do? Parents, spouse, kids, colleagues at work, boss? Or does it come from that internal perception of who you are? It's naturally driven from there. If it's the latter, you'll feel much better. So have a think about that. I'd love to hear some answers below and love to chat to you a bit more about this. Where is your sense of identity coming from? Happy Friday.